Hello, Patriot content creators. Todd Reinhardt here, and today we're going to shine a spotlight on a critical aspect of podcasting. I'm sure you've thought about this, and it's something that often determines the success of your show, and that's the art of interviewing. Now, conducting an interview, which I've done many in my life, it just looks straightforward. It's one of those things that someone who knows what they're doing, they make it look easy. But I'm going to teach you a few things today that'll help you in this regard big time. So you ask questions and the guest answers, right? Not so fast. There's a whole lot more to consider to ensure it's a valuable exchange for both your audience and your interviewee. Number one, research is the key. Before an interview, invest time in understanding the guest's background, his beliefs, his contributions. This will enable you to ask deep and insightful questions, not just surface ones. That's boring. Open with a bang. Every interview starts with a bang. Begin with a compelling question. Get the ball rolling. It's like, don't start with, where were you born? And stop that. Don't ever do that in an interview. Jump right in there. Something that immediately grabs attention. It sets the tone for the entire conversation. Next, listen actively. An interview is a two-way street. Does Sean Hannity not drive you crazy the way he talks over top of people? Don't be that guy. Okay, listen intently to your guests' responses, as this can lead to unexpected, enlightening tangents that he goes off on. It's fun. And all of a sudden you're like, man, this interview was cool because you listened. Find common ground. As a conservative podcaster, it's essential to identify shared beliefs and values. This is going to create a bond with your guest that resonates with your target audience. Next, I want to talk about something that's very tricky. Don't do this unless you get a lot of experience, and that's challenging. You have to do it constructively. Hey, it's okay, totally, to pose a challenging question, but always do so respectfully. It's about understanding different perspectives, not confrontations. One time I put together a show. I spent like a gazillion hours putting it together and defining it and doing the branding and setting up all the social media and the whole bit. And I had a guest that was going to be with me every week. And he was totally with me all the way. I thought, this is going to be fantastic. We get on the first show, and immediately he drops everything we discussed and just starts fighting with me on the show. And at the end of it, I said, Coop, what the fuck was that? Pardon my French. He said, oh, I thought that'd be more interesting. Really? You thought that would be more interesting to just blindside me? So what did we learn? Be honest, be upfront. If it's going to be confrontational, everybody needs to know that upfront. Don't sideswipe people. Do you remember the time Megyn Kelly sideswiped Alex Jones? She said, no, we're not going to talk about issue X. And she comes right out of the gate, camera turns on, issue X, and she just went after him. That's dishonesty. I've never forgiven her for that. That is not the way to do journalism. Do not do that, because you'll get a reputation and nobody will play with you. Okay? Craft a safe space. Make your guests feel comfortable. The more relaxed they are, the more genuine and in-depth their responses will be. If their hackles are up or they feel like you're coming after them, it's going to be boring and nobody will watch it, and you'll never get anybody else to come on your show. Now, we talked about at the very beginning of this how to start an interview. How do you close? Use reflection. As you wrap up, ask your guests to share their key takeaways or your message for your audience. It's a concise way to encapsulate the essence of the conversation. And then there's the post-interview etiquette. Always thank your guests for their time and insights. Thank them. Consider sending them a token of appreciation, maybe a little personal note after the episode airs. Tell them how much you loved it and you hope to do it again soon. Remember, an interview is more than just exchanging words. It's a dance of ideas, beliefs, emotions. And if you're on the lookout for tools, templates, guidelines to elevate your interviewing skills, don't forget to swing by bosscreators.com for all your podcasting needs because we're here to help you. We're empowering Patriot Voices.